Oh my God. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, students, to another class. Today we're doing math. So, yes, today we have cinnamon roll blondies. This episode is inspired by two of my favorite things. Peanut butter blondie, pie blondies, and cinnamon rolls from one of my dear friends, John. He makes the best cinnamon rolls. And this is a combination of both worlds. Everyone loves cinnamon rolls, everyone loves pie. So why not combine it together and make cinnamon roll blondies? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this creation that we have here. So, we got salt, Himalayan salt, because that's the trend here. Himalayan salt is the best salt. So you can only use Himalayan salt when you cook on the Chef Logan Show. Then, in front, we got cinnamon. That's where the cinnamon comes into the cinnamon roll blondies. Then brown sugar, almond flour. It calls for almond flour. I mean, it doesn't call for almond flour. I'm using almond flour because I want almond flour because reducing the bad things that flour is. Then granulated sugar. It's a great substitute for how the hell do I put these back in? There we go. Anyways, it's a great substitute for powdered sugar because powdered sugar is bad sugar. So granulated sugar, which is the same thing essentially as powdered sugar, is better. We're gonna set these aside for now because I'm gonna spend too much time messing with it. Okay, and then we got granulated sugar. Then we got granulated, we already mentioned that. Then we got eggs, then we got butter. Then we got
How much were those eggs?
How much were they?
Yeah.
$3.79 for 6. Because I don't know what saving money is. Anyways, Philadelphia cream cheese. Yeah. Butter and vanilla pure extract. Could have gone with the imitation vanilla, but we do it good on here. Next, we got your bowls. The cream cheese and the butter are gonna go in here, and then you're gonna blend it together, butter it down, melt it, and then the things will go in here. Let's preheat the oven and start this thing off right. Okay, now we get to the instructions of how to make this thing. We went over the ingredients. I didn't study. I'm sorry, the teacher didn't do his homework, so I have to read. So let's get into it. For the blondies, in a large bowl, cream together the melted butter that we haven't melted yet, so we're gonna do that real quick. Calls for how much? Let's see. It calls for half a cup. These are 8 ounces. Let's cut it in half. I washed my hands. Oh, that's the wrong bowl. I washed my hands. Let's put it in the Mikey and blend it down. 1 minute. Oh my God. 1 minute. Let's do the other things that it calls for, which is 3 half thing cup. This is about 3/4 cup. that sounds bad in there. Anyways, I didn't prep this, so we're gonna cut to commercial break while I open the ingredients.
Oh no.
I thought you were gonna give me your box cutter.
Yeah, but then you went to the cream cheese.
Yeah, because I'm doing both things. I'm trying to multitask.
You wanna,
Melted butter.
You can hear it. You can hear it. You can.
Ooh, yummy.
You can take that.
Okay.
Go ahead and open that bad boy.
Okay. Now, ooh, it works. Okay, that's about good. You want to do 3/4 cup of brown sugar. This is a cup. There we go. Straight in there like that. All right, after you do that, you're gonna do 1 egg. Apparently it calls for 1 egg, but I feel like that's too little. So cameraman, this is your decision. It all falls on you.
Okay.
Pick a number between 1 and 4.
2.
Okay. You played it safe.
Yeah, they have recipes for a reason.
Yep.
We'll leave that eggshell in there with extra calcium, right?
It's gonna blend down. Yummy. Okay. Next, you're gonna add eggs and vanilla. How much vanilla? Oh, 1/2 teaspoon. Let's open this up real quick. 1/2 teaspoon. Commercial break. Open. Oh. Cup. Oh, it's ready. Nice. We're gonna soften that up. Then we're gonna call for, oh, we have to add the vanilla. Yeah, that's right. Vanilla. You're gonna do 1 tablespoon. That's 1 tablespoon. Next, you are going to mix this all together. That needs more time. Okay, spoon. Mix this all together and then you're gonna add the other things. Lost in translation.
I thought you were gonna leave the eggshell in. Oh my god.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Or I have a tendency to lick things and put things in my mouth, and that was a bad idea. Okay, now 1 cup of flour. Like mentioned before, we are using.
That's sizzling.
Oh.
Oh, give that a stir.
Yes, baby. Next, salt. That's right. You're gonna do 1 tablespoon of salt.
Okay.
What about the what?
You're not gonna stir that?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, so important to get a new spoon, huh?
Mm-hmm. After you stir this up until it's smooth, I feel like...
Oh my god, that smells so foul.
Ooh, smell the filter. We're gonna do another egg to add liquid because it's not. I put too much flour. Now, this will be enough moisture. Almond flour tends to have a thick consistency. So you want to get this blended down greatly. And then you're gonna this is actually pretty good. I would eat this. I would just drink it like soup. Okay. A little bit chunky, but that's no problem. See, you can't even see the thing, the egg white, the eggshell. So good. Okay. Next, you're gonna layer it.
Did you already grease that?
Yeah, I sure did.
You wanna tell the viewers what you greased it with?
I greased it with Pam coconut oil.
Okay.
We got some flyers. This is a bit light.
I think that's probably the eggshell.
We're gonna probably have to make another thing of it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna double layer it. This will be a little bit thicker. And then we're gonna hop into the cinnamon roll part. You're gonna do 1 tablespoon butter, 1/2 cup brown sugar.
In this bowl?
Yeah. Looks to be 1/2 cup. Go straight in there like that. And then 1 teaspoon cinnamon. Cyanide. You want to know the recipe for cyanide? Well, that's gonna be the next episode. I can also tell you how to make mustard gas too. Some little household ingredients. Put it in an envelope. Do you smell it? It smells like delicious.
All I smell is this fucking hot cream cheese, dog.
Oh, we were supposed to melt this, the butter. So it's going in the microwave without the spoon.
Oh, no. No, you can't it's gonna set on fire. It might actually set a flame. Just so you're aware.
It sounds to be fine.
I don't know about that.
We give it 30 seconds.
I think it's good. I would pull it out.
Okay. Next, you mix this up. I think we use a bit. We need more butter.
Just melt it in the cup.
More butter. More butter. I think I got plastic on that. No, we're good. Okay. Next. Hopefully there's no metal. Anyways, when it was my birthday, the creation of the cake, we used about 4 sticks of butter for the whole thing. So I think that today we're using 1.5, so that's good. I ate the whole cake in like 2 or 3 days. So today it's gonna be fine. So we're gonna let this melt, put the more butter in there, and then we're gonna slap it inside of here and mix it with a knife.
Those are different colors.
Colors are only a perception of sight.
Okay.
Smells like maple brown sugar oatmeal.
Kind of does, actually.
Okay. Oh, it's hot.
I'll just go straight in there, huh?
Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty good. Scrape the edges. You want to get all of it. I remember when I was a kid, I used to not like eating oatmeal because I would leave the bowl covered in silt. But then I learned the perfect recipe for oatmeal. You just use 2 parts water, 1 part oatmeal. And then it becomes perfect. Or just like eating the oatmeal out of the bag so that you don't have to use water. That also works. Wipe your hands, wash your hands, because it's about to get messy. I feel my liver killing itself, but it's all a part of the experience. So, you want to grab your knife and do a little bit of blending in. Get that cinnamon swirl, baby. You see that?
Oh.
What's wrong, cameraman?
I hear you scraping the metal off the bottom of the pan into the cinnamon roll dough.
I was wondering why there are knife marks. I would shove this down my throat. Okay, so that's the cinnamon part and the blondie part. We're gonna put this in the oven and then we're gonna make the cream cheese. So set your oven, preheat it, 355 degrees. And the recipe calls for a time between 23 minutes and 28. I'm gonna shoot for a ballpark of 25 minutes. It's gonna be so good. Next, for the frosting, in a medium bowl, combine cream cheese. You want 4 ounces of cream cheese, butter, vanilla, and powdered sugar. So 4 ounces of cream cheese, that's what we got here. I might need to warm this up a bit. Got a little wet, thick. The opposite. So, after you do that, you want to crack open, that was a close one. You want to crack open your granulated sugar. And this is quite easy. How much granulated sugar? 2 cups, baby. This calls for a lot of granulated powdered sugar. I should probably get that. Look at that. Yes. That's good. Look at all those chickens. Smells.
Is it burning?
Yeah.
Oh.
Woo-wee! It's hot. You might need an oven mitt. Or work in a Ford factory in Flint, Michigan. That way you burn the feeling out of your hands. Okay, that's that. Next, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That's more than what I wanted. Next, more butter. You want to make it softened. Why did NASA stop exploring the ocean? Let me know in the comments below. Because NASA used to, before they went to space, they used to actually explore the ocean, but then they mysteriously stopped exploring the ocean. But now they explore space, and we've discovered more about space and the final frontier than the final below tier. So as the butter melts, you're gonna put it in here like that, remove that, and that, and that. And then what else? Oh, cool. Cool. Cool, okay. Blend it together. I feel like this is false.
It's a bit chunky in it. Yeah, add an egg.
Good idea. That was not expected.
Oh, it was just off camera. Damn it. That looks much better.
I think it needs more butter. So good in my mouth. Granulated. Knife. More butter. You can never have enough butter. Butter is good for you. Contact your contact your if you have cardiovascular problems or high blood pressure, butter might not be good for you in large servings. So contact your cardiologist or your healthcare physician before creating this recipe, because we're using more butter than the recipe called for right now because things are not becoming as liquidy as I wanted them to. So when you don't have milk, you use butter. The more butter, the more butter turns into milk when you melt it down. Also eggs, protein. This recipe right here with the 5 eggs that we have used. This whole dish.
How many did it call for?
1. With the 1 egg that we use, this recipe contains I think 28 grams of protein, because 1 egg has 6 grams, and then you carry the 6 times 5. 12, 18, 24, 30 grams of protein. This has turned into brown butter.
Oh.
Okay. Now you want to fluff this up. Make sure it combines. I don't like... It's supposed to be white. This is not white.
Did you want a blender?
I don't think a blender is gonna help.
I think that's cream cheese. The voices in my head speak in foreign languages. And I don't know what they say to me. I've been trying to find the language on Duolingo, but I can't figure out what matches. So I'm just going insane. We got about 17 minutes until the main entree is ready to serve. This is a 2-course meal. A side of milk or a side of ice cream if you would like. Otherwise, you're probably gonna get diabetes if you don't already have it. As most Americans in the United States have studies shown, developed type 1 at least diabetes. It's quite a critical situation going down in the United States, along with the fentanyl overdose, specifically in Denver, Colorado. There needs to be FBI and CIA investigation into it. Anyways, we're gonna let the frosting cool while we have 16 minutes remaining on this.
Hold on. This is frosting?
What does it look like to you? I can tell you right now that this is frosting. It might not look like it, but it is.
We put a raw egg in that.
Jason, I'll eat that.
I forgot about that.
You might have to start over. Eat some raw steak.
You don't taste the egg. We're gonna let it cool. Not as foggy as it was. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. That's what it looks like. I think it should. Oh, this should be cool enough.
You want to turn it this way. Get a fine glazing on top. Sounds pretty granulated. Okay. This is going too long. Hopefully this is enough icing, frosting. And again, ladies, the photo of the recipe displays it as a nice, white, creamy, body fluid color. But this turned out a bit, what's the word that I'm trying to think of? Health condition. I don't think I should do that.
Commercial break. I want to go to sleep. This recipe did call for a 8x8 pan. The only thing in our arsenal that we had was a 9.5 by 9.5. That's why I did make a little bit more of the batter itself. That way it would be a little bit thicker to fit perfectly inside of it. So, yes, if you want, a thing that I always like to tell my students is, for extra credit, you want to make it fancy. So,
Put some cinnamon on top.
I think this is clogged like my arteries. That's good. More salt. We're gonna wait a few minutes. Let it cool, let it simmer down, let it calm down. And then we're gonna get into everyone's favorite part. You know what that is. The taste test. So stay tuned. Heard It looks perfect, honestly. I'm surprised at my abilities. So let's get a knife. Watermelon flavor. Wipe it down with a used paper towel, get that watermelon flavor off. And let's slice and dice, shall we? Cuts. I'm kind of concerned how well it's cutting. I didn't actually test the consistency of it, and it's making me kind of nervous.
Should be fine.
Okay. Thank you, Professor. Yes. Consistency is perfect. What I will say is it was a little browned on top. Otherwise, it's cooked all the way through. A little soft, but that's what you expect from almond flour. It's gonna be a little softer, a little bit like stringy compared to traditional flour as opposed to almond flour. But as you can see, we scooped it out on the little fine plate. Got 2 servings. Let's turn it over. Icing didn't stick as good as I wanted to, but it's not about it sticking because you can scoop it up like ice cream. Anyways, let's get a close look at it. Get a nice view of the top for the audience. And let's dig in. So, as it falls off the fork. So as you can see, it's a nice texture. Looks a little undone, but maybe a lot undone. Very similar to the batter. A little bit cakey. Otherwise, besides the undone aspect of it, you get the relative taste of what it would taste like. You get that vanilla, the salt. I love salt. Honestly, for what this show has come to be, this is one of my favorite recipes. I would have added a little bit more cinnamon, maybe mix more brown sugar into it to give it a more cinnamon roll aspect. But beyond that, I would say it's pretty delicious. The icing is a little light. Would have glazed it a bit more. But yeah, so thank you, audience. I mean, students, for joining me on this adventure. Shout out to all the sponsors of this episode. Today, brought to you by 2.5-year-old Warby Parker glasses. That is a wrong prescription. Mars Volta, the best band. I don't know what their genre is, but they're a good band. Sponsored by BioLife Plasma, where you can get money for donating plasma and helping a good cause. If you want a good side hustle of donating plasma 2 times a week, shout out to BioLife Plasma. They're doing a promotion for $900 for your 8 first donations. Next, we got some Guess jeans straight from Plato's Closet, I think. Next, and lastly but not least, you got your good Red Wing Iron Horse boots. These bad boys have lasted me through a lot of mental trauma. So thank you for joining me on this episode. Do I have something on my pants? Thank you for joining me on this episode. This is season 2, episode something. This ends season 2, even though I think we're 5 episodes into season 2. This is a brand new era, a brand new saga of a brand new beginning of what this show will become. So stay tuned for relatively more professional content to come, and more societal facts to get the public's wokeness awoken. So don't do bad things, kids. You can come back to me after class ends and when the bell rings. Leave a comment below and follow me on Instagram at Logan's Limit if you would like to connect. Trying to get 1,000 followers so I can actually monetize these videos and make a little money. So anyways, thank you. Bye-bye. Have fun. I love you all. And stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to be some savory item.
Steak.
Garlic, mushroom, anchovy, barbecue sauce steak.
Barbecue chicken.
I love you. And goodbye.
Signing off. Oh.